What's going on there? It's yours truly, Kevin Key Speaks. And what am I going to talk about today? How about acknowledging your small victories? You know, a lot of times it's so easy to get caught up in looking at other people's victories and other people's successes that we kind of belittle our own victories. We kind of equate that if it's not as big as John's, or if it's not as big as Sally's or Paul's, then our victory has no effect. And that's simply not true. Each victory is a stepping stone to the next thing. What am I trying to say here? Basically, when I first started out, I had a little bitty, I guess it was called a handy cam back in the day. It was a digital 8. It had tape in it. And it was a horrible camera, but it was the best I could do at the time. And what did I do with that little bitty camera? I took what I had and I shot what I wanted to shoot, and I created content. Was it the best? No. But then once I put it out there, I learned from that, and I equated it to a small victory. Because guess what? I got started. See, a lot of you all aren't accepting the fact that your biggest victory is that you're trying. It's not that you haven't equated to money or accolades or fame. Your biggest victory is that you're continually trying to do something different. You're trying to do something better. And that's the first part, is you need to accept the fact that you're a winner just by trying. Okay? So the next step after you equate that is, all right, I'm trying. I'm making something happen. I'm doing something. Okay? Now you're going to move on to, okay, this is a little bit okay. Let me try to make it better. So you get a little bit more equipment, and you take that piece and you max that out. Okay? So now you're being the best of what you have on that level. And that's another accomplishment. And see, you've got to understand that where you are right now is not where you were yesterday. And so it's so easy to look at the jumps and be able to say, you know what, I'm not jumping as far as I want to. But you have to always look at things in perspective. Are you where you initially tried to jump from? And I bet you the question is no. I'm betting you that you are farther along than when you started. So you've got to give yourself credit for that too. And once you start to learn how to build on each step, and taking each step and taking the credit of, hey, good job, then it gives you a little bit more motivation and a little bit more encouragement to keep going. But if you don't acknowledge the victory that you have on each step, it's going to be very discouraging. You know, it's easy to, like, now I look at all of this stuff that's around me, things like that, but it didn't magically come. It took a lot of, I don't have this, but I do have this. And that's the mentality what you have to have when you're doing whatever it is. This applies to anything. Okay, I don't have this, but I do have this. Okay? And allow this to be the vehicle to get you to this. That's how it works, people. Let me say that again. Allow this, which is what you have, to build to a place to where it leads you to this, which is the place that you want to have, the things that you want to have, the people that you want to have, whatever it is. I remember a long time ago, my mentor, Matthew, he gave me a box truck. And so people were so upset that he gave me a box truck. They were like, why did you give him a box truck? Why didn't you give me the box truck? And the answer is simple. What are you going to do with that? Like, what are you going to accomplish with this? So the question applies with us. All right, if you were to magically have this more, what are you going to do with it? Are you even prepared for the more? So what am I saying here? Until you can prepare for the less, you're not prepared for the more. Until you can max out what you have here, you're going to waste what you get here. What am I trying to say, people? I'm trying to say, don't squander your smaller opportunities. They are what enable you to have the need to grow to that. So as you're going, acknowledge your growth. Grow some more. Acknowledge your growth. Grow some more. Acknowledge your growth. And by acknowledging your growth, you realize where you are as opposed to where you were. And you can measure where you're going. So you can actually look at it and you can say, all right, I've been here last year. I was here the year before that. So my trend is going somewhere so I can be better prepared. And, I also acknowledge you all to do an assessment. Like, assessments are so important. See, all right, has what I've been doing been working? Is what I'm doing currently working? And is what I'm doing now getting me closer or farther away from what I want to do? These are just the groundwork steps in order to get to where you want to be. Because it's all about accountability. It's about accountability and it's about celebration. So you've got to account for what you're doing and you've got to celebrate what you're doing. I'm just encouraging you guys. You're doing a great job out there and I just want to see you do more. This is yours truly, Kevin Key. Kevin Key Speaks. And what am I saying? I'm saying acknowledge where you are and plan for where you want to be. And if you just take these steps, acknowledge, celebrate, grow, do your accountability, see where you are, make sure your path is still in the direction you want to go. And as you keep doing this, you'll be able to see your growth because now you're looking at it. And you're not going to get so discouraged because you don't see the jump from here to here instantly. But by looking at your accountability and by marking it, you can see, hey, I am going somewhere. And just that little bit of growth, just seeing that what you're putting energy into is yielding a return will help you to keep going. This is yours truly, Kevin Key. Kevin Key Speaks. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. I look forward to seeing more of your stuff. It was really encouraging seeing those photos of what you're doing, of who you are, so keep it going, guys. And I'll see you the next time. KevinKeySpeaks.com.